So, I'm gonna be honest. I have been somewhat sick these days. It got to the point where I couldn't even talk. So, I am way behind schedule when it comes to these videos. So I'm gonna try to pump out as much as I can today. I've been spending all day yesterday writing scripts for reviews. But anyway, you might remember back in, I think, my first year of 31 Nights, that I reviewed Rosemary's Baby. Well, this time I'm reviewing the book by Levin. Now, this book isn't any different from the movie. In fact, you know, if you already know the ending, a lot of that mystery might get taken away from you. But anyway, well, first I should start with the premise in case people are somehow unfamiliar with the book or even the movie. So this centers on a woman named Rosemary Woodhouse who moves into a new New York City apartment with her husband Guy Woodhouse, and she meets her neighbors who seem, friendly at first, but then when she becomes pregnant, they become disturbingly obsessed with the baby growing inside of her stomach. And she begins to suspect that they want her for a very troubling reason. Now, like I said, a lot of the mystery of this book was taken away from me since I already knew the ending since I saw the movie before I read this book. But what still gave it its readability is that it focused a lot more than the movie did actually on Rosemary's character. The reason I say this is that it centers on a lot of her internal dialogue as well, which obviously wasn't captured in the film since it's a movie. But it's also proof that usually the book is usually better than the movie adaptation, because even though it's not much different from the movie, it demonstrates that usually the book ends up explaining way more than the movie could have. Like, even if you do know the twist and all, you're still going to be totally invested in Rosemary's character, and a part of you will be cheering for her because of how much nonsense she just does not take, even though you know that it's all going to lead to a really horrifying you know reveal and whatnot. I also have to give compliments to the writing style. This was just so smooth with its writing, and what I mean by that is it really did just shine through. Weren't a lot of moments where I had to read sections again because they were confusing. Everything felt so clear and so straightforward. I don't have much else to say on this book other than the writing is pretty good and it still manages to be entertaining even if you know what's about to happen. But yeah, that was my admittedly very short review on the book Rosemary's Baby. I don't really have much else to say since I did the film adaptation years ago, and you know pretty much everything in this book is the same as the movie. I literally couldn't not find one, well, okay, I found a few differences, but they were very minimum from the movie adaptation. But yeah, that was my review on Rosemary's Baby. I hope you all enjoyed it, and thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and stuff for more content.